You know, you can rely on Mitch Weber because I just sat down and I had icing from a cupcake on my face, and Mitch very nicely said, "You've got something on your face." And it was very nice of you.
Powdered donut day.
No, it was icing from a cupcake. There are two big movies that are opening today, hitting the theaters for the holiday weekend. There's Magic Mike XXL for the ladies and Terminator Genisys for the guys. And Mitch Weber, our film critic, is here. First, talking about this movie. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is back. And how many have there been of these?
This would be 5.
All right.
So you have the first one, Judgment Day, T3, Salvation, which actually I didn't mind. A lot of people didn't like it at all. This one is probably one of the better sequels.
Oh, good.
But it's really hard to outdo Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Is that the classic of the
That's
bunch?
the classic.
Yeah.
That's the classic. And so a lot of times, you know, a lot of these movies are compared to T2.
That's right.
And
T2. Listen
T2. The one thing I did appreciate about this movie is that they do talk about why Arnold has aged.
Oh, that's good.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, if you're going to see this movie, don't watch any of the trailers.
Why is that?
Because it gives away a pretty big plot twist.
Oh, no kidding.
And the director was actually talking about how he did not approve the marketing's trailer, because it does. It gives away the biggest plot twist of the movie.
So don't watch the trailer.
Don't watch the trailer. Arnold's back, obviously. He's great. Great in it, and it makes sense why he's in so much of the movie. But you also get to see the old Arnold. You know, fancy CGI and stuff. They bring back Arnold from the first Terminator.
What do you think it is about these movies, this movie or Terminator 2, that grabs people and makes them want to follow this character and follow this story?
You know, I think a lot of it has to do with Arnold.
Yeah.
It's such a great character. Now, I will say that Linda Hamilton was a fantastic Sarah Connor.
Right.
Emilia Clarke, she's fine. But it's really tough because Linda Hamilton is such a really strong character. And Emilia Clarke has, you know, people want to see her because of Game of Thrones.
Right.
She's Khaleesi on Game of Thrones. She's great. Jason Clarke is fantastic. He plays John Connor. And Jai Courtney plays Kyle Reese.
All right,
so these are all characters that we need.
Like 30 seconds, and we need to know if this makes your list. Does this make your list?
It actually does make my list. Again, it's not my favorite Terminator movie, but it makes my list for a couple of reasons. You have an aged Arnold Schwarzenegger. Good. He makes fun of that. There's this bus action sequence that you've seen video of. Right. It's fantastic. And there are a lot of throwbacks to the first and second movies. So people would really, I think, if you're a fan of the Terminator franchise, you're going to like this movie. And you don't necessarily have to have seen the other movies to see this one.
Where can we read the rest of your review?
You can follow me on Twitter at Mitch Weber, and then we have a Facebook page as well. And it'll be on the KCLive website as well.
You know, despite the icing on my face when we started, I feel very tough and macho now. I feel action-adventure ready.
Joel, you could be in an action-adventure movie.
I am a Terminator. So from action-adventure of this kind to a whole different kind of action for ladies, and Michelle has that.
I don't know that I would spend the money on Rick to go see it with me, quite honestly. He'd much rather watch baseball or something.
Let's get Mitch's opinion really quick.
Oh,
Come on, Mitch.
And the dancing Joel.
He's auditioning.
Get over here.
Heard himself.
Sit down for a second. Really quick.
He's auditioning for the next Magic Mike.
I know Joel's not going to see Magic Mike. How about you? What do you think?
Well, I saw it. And I think the guys will actually think it's funny. It's kind of like a buddy road trip.
It is a buddy road trip.
I will say I had to see the first one. I did not like it.
No, the first one.
This one is a lot of fun.
It's really fun.
And again, you were talking about the convenience store scene. I think the guys will appreciate it because we get dared by our friends to do something.
You do?
Yes. Maybe not to that extent, but you always get dared to do something stupid.
But now you have a new dare, don't you?
And again, you don't know what song is playing when you see it, and that.
It's part
fantastic.
of the hilarity.
Yeah.
And I didn't talk enough about Jada Pinkett Smith. I mean, she is absolutely incredible in this. And she's that strong female that you want to have, and the girl power going on.
There you go.
It's really fun.
Takes care of the queens. All right, to read Melissa's complete review, we'll have a link to her website on ours later on today. And by queens, I mean like the ladies, the queens. And other queens, too. Whoever wants to go enjoy it.
Whoever's feeling royal.
About flying well in the airport with a furry solution after the break.
Oh, well.